Hey all, Heretic here. Today in Season 10, we're talking pirates. We're talking about all the pirate changes coming, going, and as some of you may or may not know, pirates are one of my favorite tribes. I adore pirates. Why? Because I like APM play, and pirates are, at least previously, the most APM builds. Now they can be, but it's hard to pull off, and But let's see what they're going to be like by the end of this video. Let's jump right into it. Now first we have to cover all of the pirates that are leaving, and some of these are staples and surprises. So let's cover them all real quick. We're just gonna hit them all with a light commentary here and there because why the hell not? First we have Scallywag leaving, and kind of a surprise, been there forever. Rip Snarl, talk about your, hey, I'm gonna play pirates in the early game. It's like, well, I got a Scallywag, oh, Rip Snarl, let's go. Gone. Grace Farsail, I adore this card, no matter what it is in the game. Early, fine, throw it down, 4 gold in 2 turns. Late, okay, 4 gold in 2 turns, or 2 gold next turn because I'm not gonna live that long. Let's just go for 2. I just love this card. Sad to see it go. Peggy Sturdy Bone. Peggy, you took away my Peggy? Oh, I got, oh, this is right up there with Fleet Admiral Tethys. That just hurts. I mean, why do you hate us so much? Why? Rapscallion Recruiter, gone. Salty Hog, gone. This poor thing never really worked. When I first saw it, I was kind of enthralled. I liked the idea, but that was when we still had Tethys just starting to leave. And I was like, oh, Salty Hog, Tethys, we could cycle a lot of cards, we'll generate more cards, it'll be great. But then Tethys was gone, and Salty Hog never really got enough value to be terribly good. I mean, I'm sure there's a video where, yes, someone high rolled with him, it was amazing, but most of the time it just flops and doesn't really do anything. Sky Pirate Flagbearer, gone. Oh, have you noticed a few things missing from a key build? Wait for it. Cruise Controller, gone. Oh, is that the sound of Exodia dying? A little bit more coming soon. Coast Guard, gone. I actually love this card. It makes me very sad to see Coast Guard gone. This was a great card if you like playing pirates, or if you just wanted to cycle some cards. It was cheap. It gave you another card. It was really good. I'm gonna miss this one. Finally, Admiral Eliza Goreblade, gone. And with that, the death of Exodia pirates. No longer will we see our little token friends running at you yelling, ahoy. Their time has passed. And now for the returning and changing pirates. You're gonna quickly discover there's a theme here. Let me know in the comments when you figured out what the minion was gonna be they're bringing back before I get to it. I'm just curious. First, at tier 2, First Mate Pip. This is a 5/2. You only need 2 copies of this minion to make it golden. You heard me right. 2 copies, First Mate Pip, you got a gold one. It is fun. It can be generated pretty easily, and it does mess some things up when you used to be able to do that. Now that you're not generating them as much, it shouldn't be an issue. Now it's just going to be, hey, I got an easy triple because I found 2 in the shop. All right, I'm all set. Are you playing Varden? Does your hero power trigger on this? Look, you got a triple. Go nuts. Everybody else, sorry. Landlubber's back, tier 3, 4/5. The tavern offers an extra tavern spell after each refresh. This is an elemental pirate. The nice thing about this thing is tavern spells are so much more important now, thus Landlubber is also going to be very important. You're going to see these on a lot of boards, especially in that mid-game while people are trying to figure out what they are in any elemental pirate lobby. Defiant Shipwright goes from being a tier 2, 2/4 to whenever this gains attack, gain +1 health, to now being tier 3, 3/6 whenever this gains attack, gain +1 health. I don't know how I feel about this change. Shipwright at tier 2 can be very, very powerful, and that being said, at tier 3, that makes a big difference because at least in the current meta, people aren't staying on tier 3 but a moment. So if you're only there for a turn, if that, are you actually gonna buy this even with the better stat line? I mean, it depends what minions you have and what other things we can make happen, but if you've got no way to realistically buff this consistently, at tier 3, where you're just stopping for a second, you're probably gonna not stop to buy this minion. We'll see. Maybe the meta will change enough with Trinkets where this will be a different world we live in, where we're like, no, we're spending a moment on tier 3, but we'll know soon. And now for what the whole pirate tribe seems to be theming itself on, this tier 3 minion, Gold Rubber, tier 3 2/2 at the end of your turn. Gain +2/+2 for each friendly golden minion. Now, what I mean is the entire tribe seems to be gold themed, which in the case of Golden Grubber is very good. You sit there, you just let it scale up as you find gold minions. The problem was always back in the day that you'd get this and you wouldn't have any gold minions. And you wouldn't be particularly happy if you got this via generation, or why would you buy it? Why are you going to buy it if you don't have any gold minions? So this is the way they're leaning pirates. So it'll be interesting to see how it works. And it is an end of turn effect, so you can use a Drakari with it. That's at a later game thing, but there are a lot of end of turn effects with pirates. So while it sounds ridiculous to say, I'm going to use a Drakari in my pirate board, wait for it, there's a lot. Gritty Headhunter goes from being a tier 3 4/2 Battlecry, get a Marauder's Contract, that is the spell that gives you a random pirate from the shop, to now being a tier 4 5/3 Battlecry, get a random Marauder's Contract. I kind of feel like this card was always too strong at tier 3 anyways. I love it, don't get me wrong, but the issue is a pirate that immediately gives you another pirate. And yeah, if there's no pirate in the shop, it's not useful. But if there is, that is a lot of value. And with a decent stat line at tier 3, kind of made it good. Let's face it, at tier 4, we're still going to cycle it when we're offered it to us, especially if, say, you're playing pirates. So we'll see, but I think we're still going to get a lot of use out of this one. Spellbound Seafarer's back, tier 5 3/5. After you buy 3 cards, get a random Tavern spell. Tavern spells are much better than they were before, and if you happen to be cycling cards like pirate boards occasionally do, then yeah, you can get some value out of this pretty quick. It's one of those cards you gotta kind of hit early though. If you find it late, you're not gonna invest any time with this on your board, but if you find it early, it does feel really good. Finally, Captain Sanders got a change. Tier 7, 7/7, Battlecry, make a friendly minion golden. You're like, wait, Heretic, that's the same. And I'm like, you're right. Look at the gold version. The gold version is a tier 7, 14/14, makes sense. Battlecry, make 2 friendly minions golden. Well, we haven't seen, or at least I can't recall, any battle cries that you target separate things with. So I'm curious how this works. Is it a splash effect? Do they have to be like next to each other? Is it a multi-target thing? I get a reticle, I use it once, then I can use it again. And then the question is, if when I go to use it again, if I right click it off because something happens or my turn runs out, does it do just the one? Does it do a random one? Does it bounce back to my hand, do nothing? Like, just questions about how it's actually going to work. But how often are you also going to be goldening your Captain Sanders? Well, we'll see. And now for the pirates that are staying. We've got a couple, not as many as other tribes, but South Sea Busker, Freedailing Gambler, love it. Lovesick Balladus, Gunpowder Courier, Blade Collector, Doubloon Grifter, Dual Wield Corsair, and Spacefarer are all sticking around exactly the same as they've been for a while now. No complaints. I'm okay with all of these pirates to one degree or another. My only one complaint is, why is Spacefarer here? Why is their new name not Fleet Admiral Tethys? Who is in charge? Stop putting this crap on my board. Give me my Tethys. Now for the new pirates. There's a number of them, and there's a theme you'll find pretty fast. First, at tier 1, we have Aureate Laureate. I don't know if there's a play on the name there, but that's as close as I could get with it. 1/1 pirate, Divine Shield, Battlecry, make this minion golden. Now, I'm assuming one of the reasons for this is because when you play it and then it turns itself gold, it won't count as playing a golden minion. So it's not like it's going to give you a triple reward. That would be bad. That would just be horrific if at any time you could cycle a tier 1 minion and get a triple reward. It'd be like, I'm buying every patient scout I ever see just in case it has one of these in it. I mean, it would be nasty. So it makes sense why it's the Battlecry make it golden. And because gold is the theme of pirates, it makes some sense. It's just such a weird thing to see. Turn 1, gold minion on someone's board. You're like, what? Oh, okay, I know what's happened here. It's just weird. Tier 2, 1/3, Surfing Silvar. At the end of your turn, give adjacent minions +1 attack. Repeat for each friendly golden minion. It's interesting. It can work in any build because it's Menagerie, right? You can buff anything. It doesn't have to be tribe specific. If you have any golden minions, especially if pirates are in, because duh, this is a pirate, there's a chance you already do. So it'll be additional attack, but it just works with everything. So it has some fun potential. It's a 1/3 stat line, so it's not great, but it's tier 2 and it's giving at least 2 attack. So that's not bad. It has some potential. I don't know how much we're going to actually see of it, but it's interesting nonetheless. And when you see some of the other minions, you'll start to see how this can get more stupid. Tier 3, 3/4 Starry-Eyed Explorer. At the start of every 2 turns, make an adjacent Tier 2 minion golden. Yep. Every 2 turns, you're making a Tier 2 minion golden. Now, I don't know, once again, how long we're going to be staying on Tier 3. You'd have to buy it, put it on your board, wait 2 turns to then specifically only make a Tier 2 minion gold. Now, there are some good Tier 2 minions, no doubt about that. It's a permanent goldening, so certainly some value there. We'll have to play some games to see. Cautiously optimistic, but who knows. Thieving Rascal is Tier 4, 5, 6. At the start of your turn, gain 1 gold. Repeat for each friendly golden minion. So, right off the bat, it's a Tier 4, 5, 6, which isn't a bad stat line. It's going to give you a gold every turn, regardless. Just start a turn, here's a gold coin, have fun. But if you have 2, 3, 4 golden minions, and as you see with these pirates, that's very doable, you definitely can start printing some gold. And yeah, if he's gold, he gives you 2 gold. And then remember, he'd count himself towards that number of golden minions. So it doesn't say other, it just says for each. So he'd count himself. So some interesting potential. And yeah, don't worry, you'll be able to make more pirates gold. It's the theme. Tier 5, 4/5 Pirate Elite Navigator Battlecry. Make a friendly pirate from Tier 4 or below golden. And yep, the golden version makes 2 friendly pirates from Tier 4 or lower golden Battlecries. Once again, questions on the targeting and the mechanic, but nonetheless, yeah. Everything golden on every pirate board seems kind of interesting, to say the least, especially where they're scaling, generating extra gold. I'm starting to struggle at finding the difficulty other than just finding the cards themselves, pulling this build off, since most of it's pretty low tier so far. But wait, there's more. Finally, we have Tier 6 Dastardly Drust 5/4. Whenever you get a pirate, give your other minions +1/+1. Give golden ones +2/+2. So whenever you get a pirate, so you just add it to your hand, I guess. Generate it, steal it with a spell. I don't know, it says get a pirate. To me, that means however you get the pirate via generation or the shop. So I have questions and I want to play and find out. Will this be good or will this be like our friend Salty Hog? I'm inclined to think this is just going to be good right off the bat. You don't have to add 3 cards to get a 1/1 buff. It's any pirate and it's +2/+2 to golden minions. So I think it's going to be pretty safe to say this will be significantly better. And if you cycle enough cards, a lot of value. And since you might be printing extra gold, then why not? Have fun, cycle, get big stats, enjoy yourself. Time for the trinkets, because let's magnify the silliness. First, the lesser returning trinkets. First, we have Booty Bay Brew for 1 gold. Whenever you spend gold, give a friendly pirate +1/+2. Spend gold. That means buy a card, buy a spell, roll. Whatever you do to spend gold, this thing says, oh, time to buff. So not bad at all. At 1 gold, you can get a good bit of tempo on this thing. So yeah, this could be good. Kodo Leather Pouch is 2 gold. After you buy a card, give 2 random friendly minions +2/+1. So extra stats for buying whole cards. I like that a lot too. I'm not going to complain about either of these. My only question is going to be, damn it, now which one do I want when they're both offered to me? Probably still like Kodo Leather Pouch, but at the same time, Brew can be fun too. It depends what minions I have in build I'm looking at. Now for the lesser new pirate trinkets. And there's some weirdness in here. Get ready, it's fun. First, we have Auric Offering, 3 gold. At the end of each turn, give your leftmost minion +3/+3. Repeat for each friendly golden minion you have. Not insane, right? It's a 3/3 buff. You have to have golden minions, but as you can see, we already can have a lot. It's an end of turn effect, so Drakari Enchanter, again, enjoying this. There's some potential for some silliness. I don't think this one will ever shine in the late game, but in that mid game, if you have 3 or 4 gold minions, heaven forbid, one of them is a triple into a Drakari, that can get out of control pretty fast. This will be fun. Gold Pendant is 2 gold. Make a random friendly minion from tier 3 or below golden at the start of every 2 turns. Repeat this. Yep, you're just randomly goldening your minions. Now, mind you, it's all the low tier ones, and It's going to take a while to make them all gold, and would you care that much? Probably not. I think this one is probably going to be a dud, but then someone will find a silly build to make this thing work. Grifter Portrait is 6 gold. Get a doubloon Grifter. The first pirate you buy each turn is free. Oh, is that all? I mean, yeah, it's 6 gold, but you're getting a minion, so that's 3 gold. And then you're getting a minion every turn. Okay, this will pay for itself pretty fast, and then you're going to start printing gold, so definitely can work. Gold Grubber Portrait is 6 gold. Get a golden gold grubber. Oh yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. It's going to take time to scale up. You have to have a bunch of golden minions already for it to be valuable. If anything, it's just counting itself, so it's not busted. Of course, all that being said, just remember, if they are giving you a golden gold grubber, that means if you play it, you should be getting a triple reward. So unless there's something new here where you don't, this one is obviously really good value, and you're probably going to get to have some fun with this thing. Gritty Portrait is 3 gold. Get a Gritty Headhunter that gives a Marauder's contract. At the start of each turn, repeat this. Well, first of all, Gritty Headhunter already is going to give you another pirate with the spell. So I don't know how I feel. That's like a lot of gold over time for 3 gold up front. This seems cheap for the long-term value you get out of it. Even if you pivot out of pirates, you're still going to be adding 2 cards to your hand minimum, and then if there's a pirate in the shop, 3. That's pretty damn good at the cost of 3 gold. We'll see how this one works out. Splinter of Arum, and that is 0 gold. When you have 15 gold, get a random golden tier 5 minion once per game. This really depends on what other trinkets you have, because a random golden tier 5, that could be good, it could be garbage. It's at least a triple reward. So it really depends where you are strength-wise in the game and what other trinkets are offered to you, but it does have some potential, because if you're sitting on tier 4, you might be like, oh, I'm just gonna jump up to 5 and take a 6 and go nuts, because all I have to do is tier. That puts me over the gold amount. I'm gonna get a tier 5 minion that's gold, and I'm then going to get a triple reward from that. So this one at free offers some good abuse for a lesser trinket. We'll see how it plays out, but I think we'll see a lot of this one, unless some of the other ones really shine. Gilded Anchor is 2 gold. At the end of each turn, give your golden minions +3/+3. Once again, synergizes with Jakari. If you have 2 or 3 golden minions when you get this, that's still a decent bit of stats, in addition to all the other things they're doing for being golden. If you get a Jakari, it does stack up. Late game, it won't really matter, but it's a lesser trinket. This one does give you some good tempo if you have a couple gold minions, so yeah, could be good. Now for the greater trinkets that are coming back to us. Let's see what Pirates got for us here. First, we have Fancy Spellbook, 2 gold. After you spend 7 gold, get a random tavern spell. Well, tavern spells are better because of the debuffing systems we have now, so they could be significantly better, the random spells you're getting. They're still random, so it really depends what other greater trinkets are offered to you. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one. I used to like this a lot when Tethys was back in the game, but now we don't have quite as much gold. At the same time, now we might have a lot more gold. We'll have to get some games to see which ones work exactly. Kodo Leather Pouch is 2 gold. After you buy a card, give 2 random friendly minions +4/+4. Can't go wrong. Booty Bay Brew, also 2 gold. Whenever you spend pot gold, give a friendly pirate +3/+4. Not bad also. It's any gold you spend, so rolling and all that just counts. Designer Eye Patch is 4 gold, and that is, you only need 2 copies of a pirate to make it golden. That means all of your pirates, no matter what, are gonna be turning gold pretty damn fast, because how many times have you said pair gaming and you've got 4 pairs and you can't do nothing? Now you'd have 4 triples and you'd probably be winning the lobby. So this one can definitely offer things to you, and when you get this, you already know if you have a couple pairs. You might be sitting on 3 pairs when this is offered to you, and you go, yeah, I'm gonna take this, go to tier 5 and have 3 triples into 6s. I can do this. Balladus Portrait is 4 gold. Get a Lovesick Balladus at the start of each turn. Get another. Your Lovesick Balladus also gives attack. You're digging for a brand really hard when you have this. If you already have a brand and this is offered to you, so just take it. Just take it and just buff the hell out of one of your pirates and go nuts. Preferably a Blade Collector. This will work with a nice menagerie build. Just have it cycle through a bunch of stuff and just keep targeting the Blade Collector. But it's gonna work overall anyway. This was a great one back in the day. Now for the new greater trinkets. There's only a couple, but they're pretty interesting. First, we're gonna look at Extravagant Scale, 0 gold. When you spend 20 gold, double your minions' attack once per game. Yep, you heard it right. Spend 20 gold, double your minions' attack. Now, this is going to be interesting. I want to play this one out. It's free, so you can't go wrong with the cost, but pirates are printing extra money, so free should be really doable, which means spending 20 gold should be really doable. The question is that doubling of our attack going to be enough to win us games? Haven't played yet, so can't say for sure, but theoretically it could be interesting. I feel like it won't be that dramatic, but we'll see. Gilded Anchor is 3 gold at the end of each turn. Give your golden minions +6/+6. Once again, you can use this with a Jakari. If your entire board is gold with pirates, that's very easy. You've got a couple gold grubbers. Maybe you've got a golden Jakari. Go nuts, just watch your board scale forever, basically AFK and enjoy yourself. I don't think this will be the big trinket for that build, or most pirates builds, but it is a bit of tempo, especially if you're weak. Take it, try to get yourself some extra to keep you alive. Finally, Shark Cannon is 4 gold. After you spend 10 gold, give your pirates +1/+1 and improve this. Now this one's interesting. It's 10 gold you gotta spend, which is a good bit, but we can make extra gold with pirates. So are we gonna be able to make enough to make it where we could scale this up enough to matter? That is the question, because it sounds slow by how pirates are running now, but right now pirates are Exodia. They're death rattle machines, throwing tokens at people. Now we're talking about spending a lot of gold and more of a cycling APM type build because you have money to spend and you got to get it out of your hand, go, go, go. This will be very interesting to see how it works out. I'm excited. This might be one I'm hoping for, but we'll see how it works in the end. That's it. That's pirates. I love pirates. Pirates are my favorite way to play the game when it's the APM pirates. I hate Exodia pirates. Please no more. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, so tired of that. That being said, this looks more like a return to the APM pirates. What I'm really hoping is that they will nix our tier 6 pirate and bring back the good fleet admiral. Just let him lead his pirates on their merry way through the game. Would it be broken? Potentially, probably, but it'll be fun. And fun is all I really want to have. I want to cycle a lot of cards. What do you think of the new pirates? Are you excited? Does this make you feel like pirates have something to do other than throw a million tokens at people's face? Let me know in the comments below. I'm excited. I want to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching all. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you in the Battlegrounds. Later.